I love to make lists. I love making to-do lists, grocery lists, packing lists, lists for storybook ideas, contact lists, lists of my deadlines. But my favorite list to make by far is my Peachtober prompt list. I started Peachtober in 2018 because Inktober was too hard. It wasn't the right vibe. It was a bit scary. I wanted something that fit within the world that my work lives within. And so the night before October started, I said, I'm just gonna make my own. And I made my own list really quickly, post it to my stories or something, post it to my page. And I said, this is what I'm doing for the next month. I'm gonna make a piece inspired by these words. To my surprise, like people also followed along. I was like, this is not what I expected. Every year now, thousands of artists come together to make and share their work every single day. And it's honestly the highlight of my entire year, every single year. And since I released the list in early September every year, it's about time to get started. Throughout the year, every single year, when I think of a word that I feel would fit for Peachtober, I add it to my master list. My master list is currently hundreds and hundreds of words long. None of them have been featured in Peachtober. But every single year, it's really hard to cull it down to 31 prompts because they have to work together, they have to feel a certain way, and they have to fit the vibe. I can't explain it. You'll see. I treat it like a delicate art. There can't be too many short words or long words because then visually the list would look unbalanced. There can't be too many animal words because not everyone likes drawing animals. And I don't want to include too many plants or flowers either. Every year, I want a good mix of things that are different but that fit within the same universe. I try and think of objects that characters could hold or use too to add to the mix because everyone is different and everyone is drawn to different words, but I want us all to enjoy our month. My favorite type of words to include in this challenge is a homograph. Homograph are words that are written in the same way but have different meanings. Examples for homographs are things like bow or bow, bat, bark, ring, wood, and watch. I love it because it allows the artist participating to choose from many meanings, and it's interesting to see how similarly or differently we think. Sometimes it's an even split, and sometimes it's like everyone is doing the one word, and if only a couple people are outliers and they're doing something a little different. I find it delightful because I see it as a reminder of the beauty of creativity and how we can be inspired by the same thing, but get such vastly different and imaginative outcomes. I always start by pulling the most exciting words from my master list and then add words that complement those foundational words. Let's take a look. Right now, my job is to organize the words. I need to start eliminating some. So what I'm going to do is kind of like that game that people play where you connect the words in terms of if they're similar because they're bugs or if there's something to do with the ocean or something like that. I like to connect them to make sure that I'm not doubling up because once I did scout and something else that was kind of like scout, I remember just kicking myself. There's also bulb and lamp or something like that. And I was just like, oh God. So there's words that I know I definitely want. I've immediately chosen spots and stripes for the partner prompt. Let's go animals and bugs all together first to see how many we have. This is a verb. I don't want too many nouns. I don't want too many verbs only. I want a good mix. I don't like having too many man-made things. Ranch is obviously cowboy ranch, but also the sauce. So I'm going to put candy and ranch together. I think bat and axe could be both spooky. I definitely want to include hatch because it's like an egg. And the ladybird, Gadget, that's an interesting one. There's always one that's techie. So let's put that with car for now. Whisker, I love that to go with animals. I know that there's more than 30 here, but some of these I intend to get rid of. Melon, that's a food. Acorn, you can eat acorns, but that's more naturey. Mail, I love mail. Where's my kite? My beloved kite. Rope, I love because it lends itself to people, but also actions. Adventure, it's not the same, but gingham and garland are kind of similar in the way that they sound. The number of letters, but also that kind of cottagecore look, so I don't want to double up too much. We've got too many bugs already, I just know it, but I just can't help it. I'm kind of obsessed with bugs right now. Kite, this is my definite yes. We're putting that over here somewhere. Here, spots and stripes, definite yeah. Whisker, I really like. Acorn, I really like. I really like bark as well, because it could be a dog or a tree. Sign, I do like for an adventure element, but it is a man-made object. I think it's funny because I feel that the Peachtober list is kind of autobiographical. Raccoon was in the list when I was doing bandits. There's a lot of bird words here because I'm doing the late bird. So far, what I want to keep is spots and stripes for the partner prompts. Kite, whisker, acorn, bark, snowflake. I really like slug, moth, and worm. We can't have slug and worm. We simply can't. I think slug has to be in it. I'm sorry. I love slug. Blossom, palm, leaf. We're going to keep leaf. Hatch I like, but now there's too many bird words. I simply can't do seagull, feather, and hatch. Feather I can do seagull. I just want to paint a seagull. I'll put that there. Gingham, garland. I'm going to be doing gingham anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we do gingham at all. I want other people to do gingham. Yes, I do. Ooh! Endure. Well, how is someone going to draw that? Mail. Did I already do paper though? I'm going to take mail out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18, 19, 20, 22, 30, 31. Oh, we have 31, but I don't know if they're right. Okay, let's try and arrange them.
I think there has to be a nature word first, like blossom or leaf. Melon. Patch.
Like a painting, you need to sometimes let it sit a while and look at it with fresh eyes. So let's move on to the design of the list. Since last year's list, Instagram changed the layout for post and feed, which I'm actually kind of excited about because it means I get to redesign the list. It's taller as opposed to square, which will give us more space for the words and decorative elements. If people added the list at the end of their post, the list would need to work as a square or a rectangle. Now it just needs to work as a rectangle. So it actually makes it a lot easier. And since we're giving it a redesign, I was thinking maybe I could do like a little logo refresh because I feel like it needs it. I kind of rushed the last logo. The fun thing about a labor of love is that all the extra effort is a pleasure and like not a waste at all. So I had so much fun doing this.
I was experimenting with different layouts. Now that Instagram's changed their format, the thumbnails are tall, so I think I'm gonna keep it like the same 3 lines because I do like that. So the background will be this like sky texture that I've been experimenting with because I feel like it'd be a cute background. I'm gonna redo the pictorial lettering and just like do it real loose, and then if I want to convert it to a vector for next year I will. And then the usual tagline here, create a prompt list in October or something like that, and then some like things there, and then I need to create the rules as well. So anywho, let's get started.
With my test for the Late Bird, which is my next picture book that comes out in 2027, I discovered I love drawing blue skies with white clouds. Like I already like doing that, but I have a new technique for it, so I thought I would work it into this year's list.
Those times I didn't know, I didn't cry, I was smart, but now it's like a fever high. Oh gosh, is this the love? This days I'm never blue. I think of you and my heart sings. Oh boy, I need you near. Oh gosh, is this the love? I wanna hold you tight, so close to my heart. I feel like I could die if I got you with someone else. I wanna hold you tight, so close to my heart. I feel like I could die. Oh gosh, is this the love?
All of the letters for the new logo came quite easily, but I could not figure out the B. I had a really hard time and I was like reworking it. So I decided to ask you guys on Instagram what the B could be because Peachtober is like a community-based challenge and I just thought it would be nice to turn to the community when I needed them. Initially, I think I worded it badly because at first people kept sending me words that started with B rather than words that looked like a B, but eventually we got the ball rolling and I made a bunch of fun, functional and or failure B illustrations, but altogether they look kind of cute. The one I liked most fit nicely with the color scheme of the other letters, so here she is. Perfection.
Hello, this is my sister Asia. She helps me in my studio. And today, she's gonna help me with this list. I feel that Asia really understands my vibe and Peachtober, so we're going through the words to double check if any sound like they don't match the rest or if they're not the vibe for this year. Dang, what were we just talking about?
Changing gem?
Yeah, changing gem to something marble. That's what it was. I love that because I want to play marble. What? Crumb. Oh, crumble. So the vibe for this year, what did we decide it was again? Forest festivities. Do I have a theme? No themes. It's a subtle secret theme. It would make them interpret the prompts in a way that's not what they want, maybe. I don't think sunflower's right for this time. Sunflower would be right for like a field.
Did you already look through a list of flowers?
Buttercup is cute, but I don't think enough people know what a buttercup looks like. You know, I like to use iconic flowers like daisy and things because that's something that everyone really knows. Dandelion I've already done, unfortunately. Ranunculus. Poppy. I have not done poppy. Okay, we're putting poppy down. Swap poppy and strawberry. Yeah, I think maybe that's good because strawberries are much more enticing with poppy. But poppy and leaf next to each other, that's insane. We could do a gingham poppy ring. Yeah, we can do that. The middle words are more ones that will, I feel like, challenge people. Once they're already in. Oh, that's ugly. Yay. Oh my god, yay. I think this is it. Acorn, kite, slug, gingham, poppy, ring, strawberry, leaf, bear, sign, paper. Sign and paper. Is that too similar? Yeah, I like this a lot. I think this is going to be it. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
All
So I'm
right.
just going to read you. You tell me if any of the words you don't like and you don't think work, or they should be somewhere else, okay? Acorn, kite, slug, gingham, poppy, ring your doorbell or a ring, strawberry, leaf, rope, critter, seagull, bark, marble, brush, aquarium, hatch, whistle, toad, melon, truck, snowflake, web, paper, spots, stripe, bear, axe, crumble, sour, whisker, ghost.
What are the visuals you kind of think of when you hear crumble?
Apple pie, apple crumble, or like a cliff crumbling, rocks.
Especially if you're like near the end. That's why I'm just like,
Yeah,
if
you're
I was
right.
doing crumble, I'm like,
Do you want me to swap it with whistle? That would
I'm not
solve all
that
our
ex-
problems.
I'm not that excited.
Okay, I'll change crumble. Thank you, baby.
I think I have okay taste when it comes to design, but I don't think I'm a good designer. So for the last couple of years, I've consulted with Rocket. I've consulted with my friend Nate. Nate is a really good designer. He gave me a few insights and then I made some tweaks, and I feel like now the list is complete. Here it is. Here's my 2025 Peachtober prompt list. I love it. I didn't even compare it to the previous years until the very end, but I feel like it makes a big difference, like the dimension and like how fun and playful and colorful it is. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Oh, you can check it out on my Instagram or the Peachtober Instagram. It'll be like a joint post. You can save it for later or share it with a friend. I feel like sometimes doing Peachtober with someone that you actually know is really, really fun, and you can like spur people on. I feel like it'd be really fun to do like sketchbook sessions with other people that are doing it that you know. IRL community vibes. The reason I release it in September as opposed to doing it closer to October, like I do it at the very start of September, is because I want to give people the opportunity to prepare, to experiment with their materials. And for the people that do things like ceramics that are very labor intensive and take a lot of time in terms of drying time and things like that, I don't want to like limit the prompt list to being for like digital artists or people that draw. I want it to be like a creative prompt list where like all disciplines are welcome and able to be able to participate, if that makes sense. I want to say a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. As per usual, if you don't know, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for building your website. I actually built a little page for Peachtober. It took like a couple clicks. That's what I love about Squarespace. It's super easy. And I put every single Peachtober prompt list onto this one page so that you can go back after the list is done and you can still have prompts to do throughout the year. As I said in my last video, constraint is really helpful. And I think that's what the beauty of Peachtober is. It's like a little bit of constraint, a little jumping off point for you. It took me 2 seconds. That's why I think Squarespace is the best. It's really got a great user experience, a really good back end, but from the front end, it's really professional, seamless, beautiful, everything you want. So I think it's just got a great balance of like aesthetic and actual usability. Some platforms do not have that, I promise you. And I've heard it from friends too. If you've never tried Squarespace, go to squarespace.com/furrylittlepeach. You get a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. Now that the Peachtober list is live, you can check it out. What do you think? Do you think it's an improvement on last year? I think that it is. How could I improve it further? If you have any tips on that, I could use that for next year. Start sketching, gather your materials. Like, you know, when you anticipate something and it makes it all the more exciting when it arrives, like just relish in that, I feel. I think I'm going to do a kind of sketch with me style Peachtober cheat sheet this year. So I'm wondering if I can do brainstorm sketches for like the whole challenge in a day. I feel like that would be really interesting, spending the day in my sketchbook and preparing for the whole challenge. Then you guys can use it to like keep you company if you don't have friends participating, and we can sketch together. I feel like that'd be really nice. So I think that'll be a video that comes in September. If you're getting involved this year, or if you've ever been involved in Peachtober, I just want to thank you, because it literally is like the highlight of my year. And when I think about it outside of when it's actually happening, I like tear up, and when it's over, I like get so emotional, just like how grateful I feel for like the community that surrounds the challenge, and like even just my own community outside of the challenge. Like I just feel so grateful that it's such a vibrant, positive, supportive, sweet, like group of people. Like, how did we find each other is my question. It's honestly such a pleasure to have like a hand in like building the community of Peachtober and like being a part of it. Like it really is like one of like the best things I've ever done. And that is on passion projects and labors of love. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for taking the time to watch my favorite list being built this year. I had lots of fun making it. Anyway, bye everyone.